I thought this would fit because people were comparing
Rub it in.
Jalen Hurts to the Cody Rhodes finish the story because as Cody was unsuccessful at 39, neither was Jalen Hurts and the Eagles the previous time these two matched up. Hey, everybody, welcome to another Sold Separately. Since we're in WrestleMania season, we thought we would cover one of the most iconic moments of all time, Cody Rhodes, who won at WrestleMania 40, finished the story. I have some exclusive memorabilia that I have, and I wanted to cover this with my buddy, my partner, my rival from the Super Bowl, Clark.
It's been a tough week all around. First and foremost, the Eagles beat my Chiefs in the Super Bowl. Second most, Anthony comes out here and is just trying to rub it in on Cody Rhodes too. He knows what the scoop is. Now all of a sudden I got to break kayfabe for Sold Separately, but I'm ready to get into it. It's a bunch of good gear. Jokes aside, come on.
So, full disclosure, this is being recorded literally the day before the Eagles Super Bowl parade. And I thought this would fit because people were comparing Jalen Hurts to the Cody Rhodes finish the story because as Cody was unsuccessful at 39, neither was Jalen Hurts and the Eagles the previous time these two matched up. But the first piece, as we go in the history of Cody Rhodes, is a piece that I picked up about a year ago. This is from the 2018, the original All In. This is a small 5x7 plaque piece that includes a piece of the ring mat and the autographs of the Young Bucks and Cody Rhodes. This is such an iconic event. I remember when this was hyped and people didn't think they would sell out, and then they ended up selling out. Was it 10,000 seats, if I'm not mistaken, Clark?
I think it's
Chicago?
11 technically, but I gotta say this too. Monster shout out. Dave LaGreca especially was heavily involved in all of the discussion around this. You know what the conversation started about. That was Cody Rhodes with a different Dave.
Yes.
Who we do not mention over here on this platform.
He's not worth it.
But such a cool piece of memorabilia, such a cool collectible, and such a cool event.
When you think about it, this was one of those events that I remember, and Clark, we didn't know each other back then, but I remember there was hype about this, and typically you don't feel that hype other than like a WrestleMania, where it felt like this is a must-see event. And I remember signing up for Honor Club with Ring of Honor because that was carried on there. If you were a member of Honor Club, you can do it. Also, if you bought it on Fight at the time, this is a limited piece of 500. So they did have another one that had a piece of the ring mat, but it did not have the signatures on it. I had seen that one online as well. I didn't even know they made it at the time. I stumbled across this on eBay, I believe, is where I got it from. But yeah, it's one of those iconic moments in Cody's career, and obviously the Bucks, and obviously that was kind of the precipice for what would eventually be AEW. This was kind of the catalyst.
Rey Mysterio,
yes,
Jericho, Penta. That card is endless.
Oh yeah,
but you got the guys that really were behind it in signature form. That's really cool. Along with the piece of ring mat, this is an awesome collectible for any collector. Like,
yes,
you can get your hands on a piece like this. It's absolutely worth it.
It's so funny because like I said, I did not know this existed. Like, I don't know how this fell under the radar for me until recently when I was like, wait, this is a thing? I knew they had made a book with the photos from the event, which I did eventually track down, but that's what I was looking for when I found this. So the next one up is a Mattel Creations Cody Rhodes that they made specifically. This is the WrestleMania 38 attire. As you can see, it's really cool packaging. It opens up, so it's kind of like the ramp. This was the first Cody figure that I believe WWE announced once he came back.
First signs of his heel turn. Right when he surprised Seth Rollins out of nowhere.
Now,
just ran up on him, defeated him in his Mania moment.
yes.
Whole thing.
Mhm.
This
Now,
is when Cody turned heel for the first
now,
time.
according to Clark, no, it is one of the most iconic moments in Cody's career. Obviously, that would set the stage for his 3-year run to Mania 40. When you look at it, it's kind of funny because when I see this, the next item that we'll eventually be covering, it reminds me of a piece that when we were out in California for WrestleMania 39 that our buddy
Yes.
Soul uh, picked up. So
I've seen
I,
that one.
yes, you see it all the time.
WrestleMania
I'm
38, I believe it was Cody and it was also Cody and Seth.
yes,
Same
it was
match.
the
It's a
Cody and
piece of
Seth. It
ring
was the
mat
same.
signed
Yes.
by the bad
So
guy in that match, Cody Rhodes.
so I don't have that one. That story has been told multiple times, but I will get into it as we cover the next one.
It belongs to Soul. I'm
You're
just
just
holding it for collateral.
you're just yes, exactly. But this is the piece that I picked up at the Superstore at WrestleMania 39. They had two of them in the case. They had this one, the torn pec with the piece of the ring mat signed, and then
Oh, you did.
they had the piece of the ring mat from 38 signed Cody. Same type of design and everything. They had them both in the case, and I went, all right, well, if I'm going to buy one of them, the torn pec is the most iconic one you could possibly get. So I'm going to get the torn pec one. And I remember, I want to say it might have been Kobe was with us, and I believe he said something of going,
Glazensky.
yes. And he goes, "You're not going to get the 38 one?" I said, "It's
No.
torn pec or that. Torn pec's is the one you want of the two." So I get it. The woman that works there opened up the case and taken mine out. And while the case was open, that's when Soul decided, you know what? Leave the case open. I'll buy the one. I'll get the one from 38.
Boom.
But that is the story with that. But when you look at the torn pec match, when Cody's career is done, it is easily one of the most definitive moments of his career. You look at him winning the
Definitely.
title at 40, but you also look at like this is one of those cornerstone moments that will be in every highlight package that's ever made of his career.
100%. It is a huge moment for Cody, a huge moment for shoulder makeup artists around the world, everywhere,
You
and in
gotta be
between.
kayfabe the entire time.
I'm sorry, that's terrible. No, but sincerely, it is such a cool. It's such a cool piece. It was such a good time at WrestleMania 39, and
Yeah,
getting this one, tracking it down at the Superstore
yeah,
at WWE on the last night. It's a memory I'll never forget, and it's not something I even bought. Both you and Soul grabbing the
yeah.
pieces of ring mat, the last two. I mean, we were some of the last people in the Superstore at WrestleMania 39. That's such a fun memory and such a fun time for us at Wrestling Republic.
Yeah,
Both of these pieces are amazing. I cannot wait
yeah,
for round 2 here at Mania in Vegas
yeah.
so that I can finally give Soul back his piece of ring mat. I got to get rid of it. I feel like it's been cursing me this whole time.
The funny part with this, and I'll give a little behind the scenes story on this. So I was so excited to buy this piece because I kind of got robbed out of the mini title, which I'm not getting into here. But I bought the piece. I
Robbed
was
and then
super.
unrobbed. You got it anyway.
I ended up buying it on eBay while we were at night one, while you were yelling at Ben about a jacket.
Yes.
But anyway, after I bought it, I pulled you aside and went, I might not have thought this through. And you went, why? What's wrong? I went, I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to fit this in my bag. I might need you to ship this to me, which you did. but I was like,
International shipping's more expensive.
yes, obviously you didn't have that problem. I was just cross country. But the last piece, the main event, if you will, is a piece that if you watch Sold separately every week, you see it. It is, of course, the mini, or not the mini, the weight belt from the Raw after WrestleMania 40. It was only available that night. They only made 40 of these in existence. I have number 34. And it was expensive. I could not get it that night. It was pricey, but again, they only had 40 of them, and there was 20,000 people there. The irony is, I ended up getting it on eBay, paid a decent price for it. And the irony of this, which annoyed me, which I don't know if I even told you this, Clark. What annoyed me was the guy told me he didn't even have a ticket to the show. A buddy of his got him in the building. And I'm going, he wasn't even supposed to be there. And he bought this thing. So I'm like, and made money on me for it. But I do feel better because that thing is going for significantly more on eBay now than what I paid for it. So it's at least that. But I got it because the event itself meant so much to me. Clark knows for personal reasons. I'm not going to get into that here, but for personal reasons, it meant a lot to me. So yeah, it's just one of those cool pieces. And the reason it's orange is because it was in the building that the Flyers play. So that's why they went with orange and black for it.
I just want to know, first and foremost, have you worn it yet, and what's your max rep while wearing it in relation to your other weight belts?
Okay, first off, I don't have other ones. This is a little something that people would want to know. There's no weight to that weight belt. The only thing
it's an unweighted belt.
The only thing that's any weight to it is the buckle itself. The rest of it's foam. Like it's not. It's or whatever. It's leather.
Not a weight belt.
It's not a weight belt.
It's just a belt.
Essentially, yes.
It's a big belt you can't put on jeans.
Correct. Well, you could.
Makes it even cooler.
Yeah. But no, there is no weight to it, which surprised.
That is actually kind of stunning.
Because it's not the kids' version, because the kids' version does not have an actual buckle. I believe it's Velcro, I think.
I didn't sign the kids' version. Even Cody wouldn't do that.
Yes. So
he's that kind of a heel, Ant.
But yeah. So that's one of those things where there is no weight to it. I do love the fact that it does have the Raw logo on it. I was a little surprised.
Cody would never sign a belt for a kid.
He's constantly signing for kids. But no, the one thing that did surprise me though was I was surprised they wrote out Mania and didn't include the logo. Like the Liberty Bell logo there. I was a little surprised on that.
But it's a beautiful piece.
No, yeah, absolutely. No, I'm glad I bought it. And obviously it looks awesome in my media room. So it panned out. But yeah, so that is kind of the high end stuff of Cody's career that I have as thus personal archives. At some point we'll probably get into Clark's personal archives of stuff at some point.
I don't have that good a gear. I've got like I have like old action figures, and then like I have autographs. That's about it.
Yeah. Well, you did pick up you picked up somebody's autograph there, didn't you? Bianca, was it?
I gave it to my sister though.
Oh no, but you did
was a
pick
gift.
up. Wasn't it Bianca or something?
Yeah, and then Carter got me Nikita Lyons. I got a
for your birthday. Yes.
10.
Yes.
Stay strong. Personally signed.
I think that's a great point to end this. I'm going to thank everybody for watching. As you know, we are live every not live, but our episodes air on Fridays.
Check us out on Fridays.
Yes,
that's what he's trying to say.
Yes, that's what I'm trying to say. Thanks.
Continue though.
Yes. So keep watching.
On behalf of us too, and everybody at WR, you have an excellent rest of your day, and we'll talk to y'all soon.